I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia with Patrick Thompson, who's the Democratic nominee for District 11. How are you doing today, Patrick?
Very good, thanks.
So tell us the big difference between you and Phil Gingrey.
Okay. Biggest difference in myself and Phil Gingrey is he's been in Congress for a long time. There hasn't been much activity, there hasn't been much progress in getting things done for people. He's doing things for corporate reasons. For example, the Affordable Care Act, it's been one of the things he's been against. To me, that's a great job growth area for Georgia. That's a great release on people's obligations. And that's one of the areas that we have a very big difference on.
Patrick, on the campaign trail, what social issues are people concerned about here in Georgia?
It really comes down to a few things. One, they want career sustainability. It's not just jobs. They want to be able to sustain their career over time. They're worried about, being one healthcare problem away from, being bankrupt. We're one of the largest areas for bank foreclosures. We're also one of the biggest areas for home foreclosures. So people are really worried about their economic situation. And being able to educate themselves and be able to get a grant to fix their education and work on their education. That's some of the biggest grease with this area.
So how do we fix the economy in this area?
It comes down to four things. And it does take investment. It's about jobs, it's about education, fully funding that, it's about infrastructure, and it's about having an energy and natural resources plan. Those four areas, and they have to turn together, they have to work together, and you have to invest in them in order to get a result.
What fiscal issues are people in District 11 concerned about?
So everyone's concerned about deficit, but I believe that the problem really is just where you spend your money. So for example, we got to stop doing war, and we got to bring money back and rebuild America. So you got to stop giving away corporate tax giveaways. You got to penalize those people who take jobs and their money overseas. You need to influence them to bring their money back here.
And
those are the things that will fix the budget.
How's your experience prepared you for Congress?
So I've been in business for 30-some years. Worked at companies like IBM and AT&T. I believe that there is a business approach that you can bring to the business of government. Government is not a business, but there are things, efficiencies, supply chain management, and Six Sigma, and those types of practices you can bring to help government function better.
Now, we were looking at the IT scores between you and your competitor in this race. He has a lot higher IT score than you, indicating more digital influence. Why do you think that's the case?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, this is what happens when you're an incumbent. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to come see you. I don't have that aspect. I have to get my name out. I have to get the word out. So it's a different aspect. So I'm doing what I can to get the word out and to get the message out.
How do you plan to increase your digital influence?
So I come from this background. I actually helped some of the social media stuff get started in my business practice. So I understand how to leverage that and how to use that. That's all I've got. I'm not a big fundraiser. That's not what I'm here for. I don't take any lobby money. So for me, social media is it. That is the answer to getting the word out.
How are you using social media in your campaign right now?
So I use it in everywhere I can, from the internet to smartphones to pads to deploying it, Googling, tweeting, getting those scores higher, getting the media out there, being out on YouTube, as many places as possible, to give people a chance to see that there are other solutions, there are other opinions out there, and to have people think like, oh, that guy thinks like I do. That stuff needs to get out there.
And do you find people responding to you, communicating with you a lot in these mediums?
Absolutely. Nowadays, and this is just a social effect of using social media, is people just feel like they can just talk to you. It doesn't matter who you are, and I like that. It doesn't matter. I don't want to be that representative who says, well, I'm above you, and such and such answers my questions. I want to be accessible. I want to be that person that says, yeah, what do you need? What are you working on?
Have you endorsed a presidential candidate?
I have not endorsed yet. I will this week. I'm going to two different conventions. I will be going to the People's Convention in Charlotte on Tuesday. That's the Progressive Democrats. And then I will be going to, the rest of the week, to the Democratic Convention in Charlotte.
How's your campaign going right now?
It's going as well as I expected. I would say it's better than I expected. People are responding very well. In Georgia, we went through redistricting last year, where the legislators sit down and redraw districts, and they try to make them, in Georgia, they've tried to make them as Republican as possible, which is okay, because I think what's happened in my area is I got written out of my area, so I got a chance to run in another area, and I think this will actually be a stronger area for us.
Where can people go to learn more about you?
www.patrickthompsonforcongress.com. They can tweet me at Patrick Thompson for Congress, email at Patrick Thompson for Congress, any method they want.
Well, thanks.
Facebook is the same.
Well, thanks, Patrick.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. Glad to see you guys in Georgia.
Thank you.